Hey, hello again. Mike O'Brien, your getaway guy. Thank you for coming along for the ride today. Today, I'm going to do blast from the past getaways. Yep, we're going back in time, and I'm going to begin right here at this classic Five and Dime in East Aurora, New York. Come on.
This is Vidler's Five and Dime, and that's Crazy Ed Vidler. And him and his brother used to run this. Look at the old original wooden floors. I mean, this goes way back when Five and Dimes were the big deal. And Vidler's makes it a big deal in East Aurora. Talk about a blast from the past. There's things in this story you just won't see anywhere else. Maybe you don't want to see anywhere else. They're at 676 Main Street, East Aurora. This blast from the past has everything from yesterday. But it's not just toys or even this. I think this was 10 cents to get on the rocking horse, or what are they? I don't know what they call those. I think a rocking horse, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's stuff like that you're going to see in Vidler's. It's crazy things that you won't find anywhere else. It's unbelievable. It's a huge collection of old world gifts and gadgets, nostalgic toys and soda. When's the last time you saw a soda with Marilyn Monroe on the front, right? The stuff we grew up with as kids. Look at this. Even the Davy Crockett coonskin hats. I think they're actually Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone. But, you know, those guys hung out and they wore the same hats. So I think they went to the same high school. Vidler's Five and Dime, East Aurora. By the way, the village of East Aurora is just absolutely beautiful. It's filled with so many wonderful things like art galleries and restaurants and lots of other stores and gifts. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful village. It's just southeast of Buffalo, about an hour away from Rochester, about hour 45. But Vidler's, talk about a blast from the past. And they're open all the time, open every day, in fact. You can park on the street like I did the day I was filming there, or they have free parking out in the back, just in case the street is busy. They've got a website. Go to it. It's vidlers5and10.com. And I like it. East Aurora, which you'll like also. You know, you won't have to do just Vidler's for this blast from the past. Like I say, there's so many other things you can do there. And I really enjoyed it. The way I got there was I took the Thruway west, heading toward Buffalo. I exited. I took the exit 48A. And I think that's Pembroke. And then south on 77 to 20A, and then boom, west right into the village of East Aurora. It's a great blast from the past. I think you're going to like it. I have another blast from the past, but first, it's the good people over on Atlantic Avenue in Rochester, Flex Training Center. It's a neighborhood fitness center. I go there. I love this place. Tom and the gang do such a great job. It's smaller, but it has everything you need. Flex Training Center, from treadmills to all kinds of cardio and strength equipment. It's no frills. It's comfortable. It's a no judgment gym. Like I say, it's a neighborhood gym, and you can begin for only $9.99 a month. I mean, how good does that get? Start at $9.99 a month and check it out. Go there. It's a good way to get back in shape, or just kind of spend, an hour. And there's some proof right there that I do go there. Actually, this was shot in my basement. No, it's really from Flex. And flextrainingcenter.com is their website. Flextrainingcenter.com. Tom will take very good care of you. Tell him the Getaway Guy sent you. Now, we're going to get back on the road for my next blast from the past getaway. You ready? All right, here we go. We're back on the road out in the middle of nowhere. This getaway, especially this time of year, is fun. And what I'm doing here, I'm traveling the rural roads of Cattaraugus County.
And to this blast from the past in Freedom, New York, it's been a family operation for a very, very long time.
Moore's Maple Shack Pancake House. Wow. It is one of my favorite blasts from the past getaways. This has been a destination spot for many, many people, and it's perfect for maple syrup and pancake lovers this time of year especially. It's a little bit of a hike through a lot of country roads, but boy, do I love it. Generations, I think 6 generations of family keeps this thing going. Buttermilk pancakes here at Moore's Maple Shack, all you can eat. like that wasn't enough. Here's another platter for you, Mike. Well, the coffee was good. The people are friendly. The buttermilk pancakes are a tradition. You know, they're tapping the maple trees now, at least at Moore's Maple Shack. It's been such a mild winter, pretty much. And so the sap has been flowing, and they're making maple syrup at Moore's Maple Shack, as they are in many, many other places around. It's nice and cozy. I like it there a lot, but it's a little bit of a hike. But it falls into the category of blast from the past because 6 generations of family are still doing it the exact same way. Now, here's a little travel tip. If you get inside the dining room, and sometimes there's a bit of a line. It depends on the time you go, the day you go, and I'll give you that information in a second. But once you get in the dining room and you sit down and you have your coffee and your pancakes or whatever you're going to be having, take a little walk through a little door out toward the back, near the cash register. And there's a little door, wooden door. You go in that little door, and many people do that, and they're never seen again. No, you go through the door, and in the back, you'll be able to tour the reverse osmosis evaporator. This is where all the maple syrup is made. And it's something like 40 gallons of maple syrup makes 1 gallon, or 40 gallons of sap makes 1 gallon of maple syrup. It's incredible. It's a lot of sap to make this wonderful, I call it liquid gold. And Moore's has some of the best. And it's for sale as well. Not the evaporator, the maple syrup. And they put it in containers different from small to large. But I think you're going to like it. It's a good little blast from the past. And it's the same people there. It's family. 6 generations later, still doing the same thing. They tap the trees way out on the back that you'll be able to see from the parking lot. And they have pipes that come right up to the shack itself. And they get the sap and they just put it in the evaporator. It's quite the process. And they know what they're doing. So if you want to go back in time and see how it's done, Moore's Maple Shack, Freedom, New York. They're open weekdays 9 to 2. Saturdays, Sundays, 8 to 2. But wait a minute, don't go yet on a weekday because it's Sundays only until March the 1st. So we're not that far away. If you're watching this now, as we record this, the end of February, March 1st is when they open the doors for every day except Monday and Easter Sunday. But go to their website, and at least that way you can see exactly when they're open and how they're doing. mooresmaple.com. It's quite a great family operation. mooresmaple.com, a great blast from the past. And I'm going to tell you more about Maple Weekend coming up, but hold on, we're going to do that in just a second, and you want to stay tuned for that because it's a great weekend getaway for you and the whole family. And 'tis the season, where it's going to be very soon, for Maple Weekend. And like I say, I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But I want to welcome back to the show Nino's Pizzeria, Culver Road. Mamma mia. I got to tell you, this place, you want a good, thick Sicilian pizza, go where I go. Have been for 45 years. I was 2 years old when I started going there. It's crazy. Amazing Sicilian pizza, fresh from the oven, great ingredients, old school pizza shop. It's been a fixture there on Culver Road, 1330 Culver Road, near Merchants forever and ever. It ain't fancy, folks. It ain't fancy. They show you the pizza. They bring it out. Who does that these days? Now they're doing delivery with Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Slice. So if you need delivery, that can happen. But I like going in there and saying hello to my friend Giacomo. It's just, if you know a little bit of Italian, it'll take you a long way when you get inside. But again, it's one of those great hole in the walls, those hidden gems, great pizza. There's absolutely nothing fancy about the place. It's all about the pizza pie. Tell them the Getaway Guy sent you. You're going to love it. Nino's. And thanks for being back on the show. Travel books. Oh, there they are. By the way, I just want to point out, see this building right here? That's Midtown. Go back to that other shot, Joe, because my mic, see right, I used to work right up there. Well, no, that was top of the plaza. That was the restaurant years ago. I'm taking you way back in time. But this was the top floor. I think we were on the 12th floor or 7th. I forget where we were, but the WVOR studios were right on this corner. And that's where I spent many years on WVOR FM, right there. Now it's all condominiums, I think. At one point, they wouldn't give me enough money, so I was going to walk out here and said, you better. And Otherwise, but anyway, I just digress a hair there. I'm sorry. Travel books, here they are. People are grabbing them up because here comes spring. Spring is sprung. And when it does, you're going to want to hit the road with you, your friends, your family, or just by yourself. You need a travel book. 50 of my favorite getaways from my TV show in each travel book. And I'm doing BOGO right now. So email me, tell me what you need. I'll even sign it to whoever you want it to. Mike the Getaway Guy at gmail.com. Mike the Getaway Guy at gmail.com. And if you do it now, we'll do BOGO. You buy volume 2 and I'll give you volume 1 for free. You'll have 100 getaways. You'll never get through them all. Trust me. Or maybe you will. I don't know. Hey, it's hard to get through a breakfast at our friend Jim's on Main, East Main Street. Jim's on Main is a great place for breakfast. You'll never get through the late riser. I love sitting at the counter at Jim's. The food is good. Great breakfast, cheap. They've got the late riser with coffee refills. Here's a tip. To miss the lines, go weekdays or before 9:30 a.m. on the weekends, because, boy, they pack them in. Cash only, but they do have an ATM machine open every day. Jim's on Main, great breakfast, love it, been there forever. I go there all the time. I'm sure I'm going to run into you. Jim's also at the mall at Grease Ridge, but I'm always over there on East Main Street, just down from the Auditorium Theater for a good old breakfast. You ready for a question? We have a feature called Ask the Getaway Guy, and I saw this a couple of weeks ago. I thought I would present this question now because it makes sense since we just did Moore's Maple Shack. And the question is from the Vote family from Penyan. And they write, Dear Getaway Guy, our family loves to visit maple shacks in our area when the sap begins to flow. Perfect timing. When is the best time to go and where do you recommend? Well, there are many places. We have a lot of them. There's Moore's, there's Cartwright's Maple Tree Inn in Angelica. There's just so many all over the place. But here's the cool thing. Go to the website for Maple Weekend and you will be able to see all the locations. Some are with pancakes. Some are just maple shacks where they're making the liquid gold. Maple Weekend is March 18th and 19th this year, March 18, 19, and then the following weekend, March 25th, 26th. Maple Shacks around our state open up their operations so you can come in and see how it's done. And the kids love this kind of stuff. Some do samples, but Maple Weekend is a great time of year. It's a tradition in New York State. The website is mapleweekend.nysmaple.com. mapleweekend.nysmaple.com. March 18, 19, March 25, 26. And we want to do a shout out to our friends who run a great operation that's been building and getting bigger and bigger every year. I was there years ago filming when they were just starting up the place, but they were doing maple syrup then. And now it's an amazing, big, giant place. They do pancakes, they do maple syrup, they do events. It's called The Lodge at Shadow Hill. They're over on Lakeside Road in Ontario, New York. We just want to say hey to them because they certainly do Maple Weekend and they do it really well. And it's one of those that isn't far away from us if you live in the Rochester area. And then when you go to the website, the Maple Weekend website, you're going to see places all over New York State, some close to you, some not so close, but you can make it a day trip. But it's a great time of year to see the stuff being made. That's pretty much it for our show today. Blast from the past. Hope you enjoyed Vidlers. Hope you enjoyed Moore's Maple Shack. Two places where you really do go back in time. Remember, we have all our shows. You can go back in time when we've been doing this on Facebook or on YouTube. Where else are we, Joe? Anywhere else? That's it. YouTube, Facebook, thegetawayguy.com. I'm also on our website. So I'm everywhere. And I think you'll enjoy. Here comes spring, here comes summer, here comes travel season. There's lots to do, many places to go. And if I may help you in that endeavor, you're making me a happy guy, the Getaway Guy. Thanks so much, Jim's on Main. Thanks to Flex Training Center, Atlantic Avenue, Nino's Pizzeria, Culver Road, Joe here at Classy Wolf Media. And thank you for watching the show. Until next time, I'm Mike O'Brien, your Getaway Guy.